Yes. So what is conservation? Conservation, as I told you, competition. I told you sustainability. I'm telling you conservation. Conservation movement is also known as a nature conservation. Is a political, environmental, and social movement that seeks to protect natural resources, including animal, plant species, as well as their habitat for the future. Evidence-based conservation seeks to use high-quality information or whatever. If we don't conserve our resources, if we don't protect our natural resources, it's going to finish, it's going to demolish, and then we won't have anything, we won't be living on this earth. So these are all linked up to, these are the concept linked with your resources. Development will come later. If we don't know about our resources, what they are, development has got no issues in it. If our resources are good, if we are able to have a competition, sustainability, conservation, and stewardship. What is stewardship? Stewardship is, it's an ethic, that embodies responsible planning and management of resources. A steward in the restaurant, he plans out, he takes orders, he takes so many orders together of all the customers, but he remembers which table to where to go. That is stewardship. He has that ethnic, embodies the responsible planning and management of resources. He goes and tells the kitchen, come on, I have so many plates of today pasta. One is chicken pasta, one is cream pasta, one is with extra cheese, one is with that, and they have only that much of resource, and with that only they are going to make so much of food, and with the right taste and the right quantity. And the concept of stewardship can be applied to the environment and nature also. Economics, health, property information, theology, cultural resources, etc. This can come together and it will have a stewardship, togetherness, ethic that embodies resource. Without that, nothing can go on. In application with human society, commercial or non-commercial factors require resource allocation. What is resource allocation? In economics, resource allocation is the assignment of available resources to various uses. In the context of an entire economy, resource can be allocated by various means such as markets or planning. Now, if I make a factory here in Bihar and I need iron ore, okay, resource allocation, assignment of available resources to various uses. Now, I have opened a factory in Bihar, an iron factory, a sponge iron factory. I guess you must be knowing what is sponge iron factory, and we have these rods at home. We have, when you're having a concrete roof and all, you have these rods, TMT bars, which you see the ads and all, right? And then you have these channels under the asbestos sheets. In our school also you will see those channels which are hooked up like that. And we have iron doors, we have plates, iron plates, sheets, and how we get our gates done, our main gates, our collapsible gates, and then we have shutters and all getting done. So this is all made by sponge iron. Now for sponge iron we need iron ore, available resources to various uses. Now where do we get this iron ore? Odisha based. We get it based from, we get pellets, and they are made from pellets and coming from Odisha. It's coming from, mostly it's from Odisha. So if I have my factory here, suppose I want to get a wagon, I want to get a whole rake. Rake is about 54 bogies or 51 bogies to 49 bogies of goods train, which will bring in around about 3,400 tons of net weight tons of iron ore, which will include dust, and it'll reach down to 3,300 something tons. That is wastage while loading, unloading that happens. So a rake is a full goods train with 49 to 51 bogies, not more than that, or 52. Max to max, if they have an extra bogie, it will go to 54. It cannot go more than 54. When you see a goods train passing by, count the bogies and see that if I am right or not. 49, 40, it's 49, 51 or 54. This is the contrast. So now I arrange a rake for bringing it from Odisha to Muzaffarpur. We don't have a yard out here, we have a yard in Muzaffarpur station. Now from Muzaffarpur station it has to come to Kamtul. That distance of travelling point to point and destination, that iron ore is coming from Odisha, okay, from Kenjohar or somewhere it comes from, and then it's coming to your Odisha, it's coming through Bihar, it's coming through Asansol, Bihar and whatnot region is coming and coming into Bihar. But if I have a factory in Odisha itself, or in Chhattisgarh, or if I have a factory in West Bengal, so that will be much more closer to that area, right? And my costing will go more. And if I open a factory in Odisha, but again I need that proper manpower there, I won't get manpower. It depends upon highly qualified people you get, right? So that is what is all about resource allocation. We have to use it by various means such as markets and planning out our things through resource management, resource allocation. And what is resource management? Now resource management is the efficient and effective development of an organization resources. That's what this person is going to do, okay, in the management part, which I had told you. In the management, it's an administration organization, as I told you. It's a not for profit organization. That's going to decide what is your resource management. They are going to tell you is the efficient and effective development of an organization's resources when they are needed. Such resources may include financial resources, inventory, human skills, production resources, or information technology, that is IT comes in again. So if I am making a factory here, I have to have this group of people who are going to give me this information. What is my resource management? What is going to be my financial resources? Do I run in a loss or I do in a profit? Then only I can go ahead. I'll arrange my finance. Then I will arrange my inventory. I'll arrange my human skills, my production resources, and what's the information technology, what is the IT going to help me out. Again, computer comes in, and natural help, natural resources, what is the availability. Got my point? So this is all about natural resources, how it happens. After this only the development will start. If my production is good, if my everything is good, my people get paid, there is more development in that place, I open another factory somewhere else, again the same thing happens and I get development there also as well. So this carries on part by part. So this is how it goes on. Okay. So I'll just come back in the next video and I'll tell you more about it.